We'll start recording. What's up, everyone? My name is Bryan, and this is the second episode of Travel with Me to Himachal. I know it's been really long. I know I've just been a little lazy to record a video and just put it up. But I'm finally doing it, so I think that's a good idea for a start. So, coming back to where we stopped last time, I was at Ahmedabad. I had slept there through the night. I described my entire experience with you in the previous episode, which you can see somewhere around here. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, from Ahmedabad I leave at about 5:30 a.m. My destination this time is hitting Delhi, because initially I had planned to hit Udaipur first and then Delhi, but obviously I couldn't manage Udaipur. That's why I started at Ahmedabad. So now I had to push myself to reach Delhi. I left at about 5:30 Ahmedabad. It was beautiful. The sunrise at the highways was just beauty. I can't really express it in words, because it's just kind of these empty roads, you know, where there's not the whole load of traffic just pushing through the city or pushing through the highway, but it's just this kind of empty road which is beautiful, and then the sun is rising and you slowly see life basically coming alive from one place to another. So as you keep going from 5:30 to 6 to 7 to 8, you see people coming alive, villagers and cows and cattle and whatever, you know, everything just comes alive, and that's a beautiful experience. So that was one thing. And then I met a few Swedish guys en route where I stopped for breakfast. I met these guys, I started speaking to them. They were basically on a tour held by another guy who's actually from my hometown, that's in Karnataka. We started talking in our home language, and then he offered me some grass, to which I declined. Did you get it? So then I met these guys, I gave them a heart, and I again told them about the love bombing thing. If you don't know what love bombing is, you can, view the previous episode. I've kind of explained it there. And then I move on. It's post the breakfast time. It's starting to get hot. Rajasthan is starting to get hot. Like I said, in the month of May, these parts of India get really, really hot. Like Delhi, Rajasthan, Gujarat. I go on there. I just entered the desert land. And I was just, while I was riding, I was just thinking about Rajasthan, the land of the kings. And I was just wondering, how someone would actually have control over such an extreme climate place, because during the winters this place gets really cold, and during the summers this place gets really, really, really hot. So I should just wonder, anyways, that didn't come to anything, and I just kept going on. So the thing that I used to do is I used to wear a balaclava, not the entire one, but the half-face balaclava, and I used to drench it in water, and I used to put it on and put my helmet on and close the lid off. So in a way it used to be more like an air conditioning thing, because when the hot air passes through that wet balaclava, it kind of cools down everything. And I think at that place where the temperature is about 40, 46, 47, you need that, because every exposed surface of my body was kind of getting burnt. So I was wearing a full jacket, the entire riding gear basically. So I used to stop at frequent intervals just to fill water, because the water I used to have used to become really, really warm. In this particular place when I went, this was right in the middle of the highway, right in the middle of nothing. See this huge, I think it's a peepal tree or a banyan tree. Not a banyan tree, I'm not sure, one of the trees. I just saw this tree and I'm like, okay, this looks beautiful. I think it's a peepal. Anyways, I just stopped to the left. I stop right under the tree. I get off and I'm just walking, I'm just walking from this sunny, hot, deserty road into this cool, chilled out tree. And the temperature drops there, right? I think the temperature drop was about 4 to 5 degrees, easily 4 to 5 degrees. It was really hot outside, it became kind of cool inside. I failed to notice, but there was a man sleeping right under the tree. I was just, in this alien costume, like gears and, the glares and stuff. And I was just walking through, and this man suddenly gets up. Then I look at him, and we both are like looking at each other for like 2 minutes. And then I ask, Bhaiya, pani hai? Do you have water? He's like, yeah, I have got water. He gives me this glass of water and I take a sip, and trust me, I did this for the next 1 minute. I was looking around for a fridge, because the water that he gave me was not cool, was cold. Believe it or not, it's from a pot. It's basically matka pani, pot water, the water that comes from a pot. And it was wow, it was lovely, it was refreshing, it was in every way, like when people describe having cool water and getting refreshed, that's exactly what happened. I was loving the place there. I just sat there for some time. A few school kids came. I tried to be friendly, but then the parents, they look at you and then they tell their kid, stay away from this guy, he looks weird. Anyways, that was that. And then I go on ahead, straight highway, getting really, really hot. I did not have anywhere to eat and I was super hungry. I think this was somewhere around Jaipur, little before or after Jaipur, I'm not sure. I'm just on this diversion from the highway. I just went inside just to look for a place to eat. It was about 2:30, by the way. and I didn't find anything except this samosa guy. Alright, he was right inside. So I go inside, I ask him what's there to eat, and in this glass container like thing, he had just like 2 samosas and he had chutney, okay? I was like, whatever you have, just give me, I'm really, really hungry. He gave that to me. He put this chutney and he put some, you know, the sweet chutney on the green chutney, and I had the first bite of the samosa, and that was the best samosa I've ever had in my entire life. I kid you not, the taste of that chutney, the taste of that samosa, not because I was hungry, it was very good. Well, I really have no words to express, but that's when I really found out when people say Rajasthani samosas and the snacks that come out of Rajasthan are amazing, and I completely agree with that. So Rajasthan has been good with water, Rajasthan has been good with food. But one sad thing happened. As I was on my way, I reached Ajmer. Now this is again on to Delhi. I reached Ajmer and I stopped at a place to eat lunch at 4:30. I was just going through Facebook, gave my order, and I was just going through Facebook when I saw a school friend's post actually saying that I can't believe this has happened, it's too early and stuff like that. And, rest in peace, Rajith Balkrishnan. And now Rajith is, well, he was my school time's best friend, and we used to hang out together. I used to go to his place and stuff like that, you know. We used to basically hang out after school, and I was right there in Rajasthan, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of no one I know, and I'm reading a message from another friend of mine saying that he passed away because of dengue. I honestly had no words, and I honestly didn't know what to do. A thought came to my mind that should I just go back? You know, just go back to Mumbai. But I was kind of stuck in that situation where I couldn't do anything. And it sucks, you know, when you're lonely at such times, when you hear about one of your close friends dying, and it just sucks. Life is like that, and the only thing we can do is just take it and just go on ahead, because life just keeps going on. Love you, Rajith. So after that, I was kind of lost when I was riding back to Delhi, but then I knew I had to keep my mind, otherwise things would not go right. I had to forget that for the moment, and I just went on. So I was basically going towards Delhi. The sun set and it became dark, which is obvious. Now, like I said before, I hate riding in the dark because I hate the glares of oncoming traffic, but I had to do this because I had to get to Delhi. A friend of mine, Natalia, was in Delhi. I was to stay with her. Well, I was excited to see her because I was seeing her after quite a long time, for maybe a year or two. Anyways, I somehow reached Delhi through all the traffic, through all the darkness. I call up Natalia and I'm asking her for directions to a place. Now, trust me, for about half an hour to 45 minutes, I was roaming just in Delhi because I didn't understand jack about it. I was going left, I was going right. I had no idea where her place was, and the map wasn't showing me either. And neither were the policemen helping me to get to that place, you know. For 45 minutes, I was roaming, then finally, I got her place and we went in. Man, I had started riding from 5:30 in the morning. I ended riding about 10:30 in the night. So that's about 17 hours of riding. Well, 17 hours of travel, including, like, say, maybe 14 hours of riding, which can cause your bum to become like a flat screen TV. You know, you could just rest it on it and it'll just stay. It's called as a saddle, so that's the better word. So I reached Delhi that night. I stayed there for another night. Basically, I was there for another day. We went around seeing the India Gate. By the way, that was my first time in Delhi. So we went around seeing the India Gate. Oh, we went to this Cafe Woodstock, I think. I think it was Cafe Woodstock, where there was this brilliant place which uses recycled materials to basically decorate the entire place. And if you had a bag of recycled materials, you could get an off on the total amount, you know, of the bill of the money you spend because of the food you eat. Yeah, that sounds right. Which was a brilliant concept. I loved the food there. Amendra and me, we were just chilling out, and obviously Jonathan, who's my friend from Lucknow. Well, these guys are like the cool people. Anyways, that was my second episode. That was my second day to Delhi from Ahmedabad. My next destination is Dehradun, where I'll meet an American family. I'll meet an American girl who I met just once in my life. It gets interesting. Trust me, from this point, it gets interesting.
Okay.
दूर का दिखता है भाई अपना। आप उधर भी रहेगा ना, आप इधर भी रहेगा तो भी दिखेगा, ज्यादा एंगल दिखता है।
हमें
हाय बोल दो, हाय बोल दो।
चालू है, चालू।
हाँ चालू है तो। Thank you so much for watching the second episode of Travel with me to Himachal. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. I would love to keep in touch with you. I'll try to keep putting up these videos regularly. Till then, peace out. Kachi!